Greetings, YouTube. As the year comes to a close, I have been asked by a couple people, Prof, do you have any New Year's resolutions? And I actually do. And my major New Year's resolution actually pertains to my channel. I want to do a better job this year. Of course, I'm always trying to be better as a content creator, make less mistakes, put out a more variety of videos, give more summoners as many as I can, a shout out to feel like it's their channel too, as I don't know, cheesy as that might sound. But one of the things that I started to do at the end of 2019 that I want to carry over into 2020 is videos that give us a historical precedent and expectation of what we've seen in offers in years past to gauge the current offers. Sometimes that's going to mean that 2016 and 2017 called and they want their offers back. But other times that's going to mean we can appreciate a good offer even more because it's much better than it was a year before. Or unfortunately, it can be like Christmas Day where you compare it to the previous year and the offers have taken away all the boosts that were included in the unit deals and the energy refills for that matter. So it isn't always an improvement, but hopefully for the most part it can be. What you're staring at now is going to be a series of screenshots from New Year's Day 2019. This was a huge controversial way to start out the year. And excuse me, I'm actually losing my voice, which is not a good thing to happen when you talk for a living. But hey, the show must go on. Sorry if I sound like Kermit the Frog just hit puberty. But here's the deal. For in-game players, this was a huge letdown. And I heard from you all. You were not happy that I talked about this positively at all. And I understand why. Because you were looking for a combination of two things. Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst and Tier 5 Basic. This was really before they started introducing Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Crystals as regular whale offers, and if nothing else, you were hoping to at least see 5 and 6-star shard bundles. That was not the case. The case was all about Tier 4 Class Catalysts, which in-game players don't need. In fact, I have seen several people over the years who have literally hundreds of those things in their inventory, and thank God there's not a cap on them. And it also was a chance to just rank up your 5 stars, probably to rank 3. So this really helped out those middle class players who have a hard time forming Tier 4 class catalysts. This was also, I want to say, before we saw the introduction of a game changer that can be a game changer when it's introduced, and that's the Tier 4 class catalyst selector. This was before that, so it was very, very rare to be able to control what Tier 4 class catalyst you got from a deal. So the $10 deal was a Tier 3 catalyst, and you can see that over the course of the event, you got several Tier 3, which I gotta say, Tier 3 are the most annoying to form because you can't get them, but incredibly rare drop rates. I've never done it in the daily Tier 3 Catalyst grind, and it cost a lot of units to, not units, it cost a lot of energy to farm that really, really terrible for your return daily Catalyst event, unlike the Tier 2s and certainly the Tier 1 Catalysts. So, yeah, it was $10, and it was fine. I mean, I think it was like a C grade, not awesome by any means. And it also included a Tier 1 Alpha, which is really sad for just one, and some Tier 3 Basics, which are not hard to get. Then we moved to the $50 bundle. We just went straight from $10 to $50. There was no in between, which also angered some people. And you see that this is now the price of at least 1.5, if not on a really, really good day, 2 fully formed Tier 2 Alpha. But back in January 2019, they charged $50 for 1 Tier 2 Alpha. And oh, by the way, you don't get that right away. You have to form that over the course of 30 days because it's 36,000 fragments total. Besides that, you got to form additionally a Tier 4 class catalyst of your choice and a Tier 4 basic. You also got an additional Tier 4 right now for a total of 2. Now you do need 3 to take up a 5-star to rank 3 or a 4-star, to rank 5. So, yeah, it was a little short. I thought this would have been an amazing deal if it was $30, but for $50, even in January 2019, I can see why people weren't happy with it. But this was not the quote-unquote best deal. That belonged to the $100 price tag on New Year's Day, which got you basically what I was hoping the $50 bundle would have. 2 fully formed Tier 4 class catalysts over the course of 30 days of that class that you target. And then in addition to that, some Tier 4 basics, which at this point, those things should not have been in this deal. It should have been Tier 5 basic and probably should have been about 15,000 fragments even for a year ago. And then besides that, you got a fully formed Tier 2 alpha, and then you got 1.5 fully formed Tier 2 alpha, and then enough. So 2.5 Tier 2 alpha for $100, almost what we saw as one of the better deals of that year for Tier 2 alpha, because if you have 3 for $100, that literally comes out to $33 a piece. And then on top of that, obviously some Tier 4 class catalysts. 3, in fact, right now of your choice, along with Tier 4 basics and Tier 1 alphas. Those 2 things are not relevant at all. So if this bundle was supposed to come out as is right now, that $100 deal should now be $50. That $50 deal should now be probably $20, and that $10 deal should be at the most $5. But really what we need is an evolution of this deal that in January of 2020 includes Tier 5 basic, maybe even a few Tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystals. They've got to know after they send out the gifting rewards that several people are going to be closer at the top to forming that all too elusive Tier 5 class catalyst, which you need one of those fully formed to take a 6-star to rank 3. We continue to see more of those examples pop up. So I am hopeful, though skeptical, that this will be much better in January of 2020, particularly for in-game players. I am hopeful that it will kind of cycle out the Tier 4s for the Tier 5s, both in basic and hopefully class. And then most importantly, it's got to also up the Tier 2 alpha ratio. I think now for $100, you should get 4 of them. Make them $25 a piece. Make it to where for $100, which is still a lot of money, you can take that 5-star to rank 4. You've also got to remember that since this came out, we now have the incredible Cavalier daily calendar that every month so far has given us a fully formed Tier 2 alpha for free. So the value of those has come down a bit for cash because you can just wait and get them every month if you're at the top progression level. And I think that's one of my favorite things in 2019. I'm saying that to give Kabam credit, but also that should drive the price down, you'd hope, for that item in the store. What do you think about doing these retrospective preview offer videos? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you hate it? Either way, be honest. Comment below, let me know. And as always, thanks for watching and supporting the Marvel Casino of Champions YouTube channel. It's nice to do these and kind of get some expectations. We will compare the expectations to the reality of the January 1st, 2020 offers very shortly. Have a good day, YouTube. Thanks for watching.